You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about Brittney Griner here in this video. As you guys know, Brittney Griner is serving a 9-year prison sentence in Russia. However, Brittney Griner has actually appealed her 9-year sentence. That's actually going to be heard, I believe, at the end of this month on the 25th, if I'm not mistaken. And Cherelle Griner came out yesterday and said that Brittney Griner is pretty much feeling like a hostage in this situation. I mean, she's stuck in Russia. The United States, they offered a prisoner swap, but Russia has not actually accepted anything. Now, Vladimir Putin has other things up his sleeve. He's dealing with Ukraine. Brittney Griner is really low-hanging fruit for him. It really is. Now, Joe Biden, he's not really doing anything. He's not. I mean, actually, the focus of Joe Biden really should be on the high inflation that's going on, record high inflation. The gas prices are creeping up. California has a record price for gasoline right now over there, but I digress. Cherelle Griner appeared on CBS News this morning, folks, and boy, she gave us some details. Brittney Griner's broken. I'm just going to call it what it is. It seems like Brittney Griner is broken. And she offered a shocking detail here if this appeal actually fails. If the appeal fails, it actually could get much worse for Brittney Griner in Russia. Here we go, guys. Over here on CBS News. Cherelle Griner on Speaking with Wife Brittney Griner, the most disturbing call I've ever experienced. So let's go ahead. Let's read this, guys. Cherelle Griner has had 2 very different phone calls with her wife, Brittney Griner, since the WNBA star was arrested in Russia for drug possession charges in February. For the first time, she was delighted. Quote, "It was just so delightful just to hear a voice," Cherelle disclosed about the first call. She thought her wife was okay and that they, quote, could survive this. Now check this out, guys. Second phone call. It says here, but the second phone call had her worried. Quote, "You can hear that she was not okay." If you think about just a person suffering and when they have suffered to a max, she was at the max that day, Cherelle told CBS Morning's co-host Gayle King. Griner remains in Russian prison ahead of her appeal hearing on October 25th. So it is going to be on the 25th. Cherelle said that after the second call ended, quote, "I think I cried for about 2-3 straight days. It was the most disturbing phone call I've ever experienced." Quote, "It's just the most still, I think, moment I've just ever shared with my wife," she said. "I didn't have words." The WNBA All-Star and Olympic gold medalist was arrested at a Moscow airport in February after she was found with less than a gram of hash oil and vape cartridges, which she had prescribed for chronic pain. In August, she was sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison. Quote, "I do believe a crime should warrant a punishment, but it must be balanced." So I'm assuming here that Cherelle Griner is saying, hey, Brittney Griner broke the law and that she should be punished. She doesn't agree with 9 years of punishment. Now, look here. She says this, "BG has truly suffered beyond her crime already." So to her, she already believes that Brittney Griner has done enough time. Cherelle says she is hoping a prisoner swap between the U.S. and Russia happens before the upcoming hearing. That will not happen. It absolutely will not happen. A recent meeting at the White House reassured her that Beijing Biden is fighting alongside her. I mean, think of this, folks. They have to put their faith in Joe Biden, a man that can't do anything right. They have to put their faith in him. She says this, quote, "He's doing what he can, but there's another party in this situation. And we also are dealing with the need for Russia to have mercy on BG as well." Well, guys, Russia has not responded to the U.S.'s offer. They can care less about Brittney Griner at this point. And I believe that the facility that she's in right now, I'm not really sure, but it used to be like an orphanage or something. And there's actually a statue of Vladimir Lenin in the courtyard. I mean, this is a Soviet-style place right there. I'm pretty sure Brittney Griner is very, very uncomfortable. I would not want to be there. But however, folks, it could get a lot worse. Check out the next thing that Cherelle Griner says here. She says she fears what will happen if Griner's appeal is denied. Quote, once that hearing is held and the order is finalized, BG's now in the position where she could be moved to a labor camp. My brain can't even fathom it. And guys, that appeal, we know it's not going to work. It is not going to work. Once they convicted Brittney Griner a few months ago and sentenced her to 9 years, that's a wrap. Brittney Griner's only hope now is a prisoner exchange, nothing more. If she goes to a labor camp, folks, I did a little bit of research on this. My goodness. It's a concentration camp. Think about the Uyghurs over there in China right now with the communists actually doing to them over there. Think of the Nazi concentration camps. It's something like that, guys. I was reading up, I heard stories about prisoners being starved, worked to death. It's like 16, 18-hour work days. Prisoners are abused over there. It is really, really bad. That is not a place that anybody would want to be. This is just crazy right here. If she actually ends up in a concentration camp over there, man, I actually would feel bad for Brittney Griner. I really would. I mean, that is just insane if she actually has to go to a labor camp. 16, 18 hours a day, little food, getting abused. And what they try to do over there, they try to break you. But Brittney Griner is the one that wanted to bring in, less than a gram of hashish oil. And now she's actually suffering for this. You know why? Because she didn't want to follow the law. She did not want to follow the law. She's in a foreign country, and she knew that she was actually breaking the law. Even here in this country, if she got that prescribed in Phoenix, in Arizona, she can't bring it to another state because that other state, actually, it could be illegal. Like I believe over here in Texas, it is illegal. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, Brittney Griner facing a Russian labor camp if this appeal fails. Boy, I got to admit, man, I don't want her to go to a labor camp. I really, really don't. I mean, I am not cold-hearted. I do believe that she should be doing time in a Russian prison. But if she is going to be subjected to beatings, starving to death, man, that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Folks, this is why you need to actually follow the law. You shouldn't be engaging in illegal activity. What Brittney Griner did was completely illegal. And the problem is the political party that she supports doesn't believe in following the law. They support criminals. They really, really do. And it's just sad. Now, Brittney Griner it's definitely going to be a long, long time before she actually gets to come home. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.